Are you a fan of Star Wars, Marvel, Jurassic Park, The Office, or Disney and Pixar movies? Or do you just want a sleek, comfortable patterned shirt? Then you need to check out Roosevelts.com. Roosevelt's clothing is the most eye-catching and comfortable clothing available on the market. From button-ups to hoodies, hats, and more, Roosevelt's truly has something for everyone. Check them out today at Roosevelts.com. That is RSVLTS.com. And when you do, make sure to use promo code SWOGGLE to save 20% off your order. Made for those with a love of sports, pop culture, and all of the above, this is clothing for the bold and fun for those who dare mighty things. So that's promo code SWOGGLE to save 20% off new, clearance, and restocks at Roosevelts.com. Hey guys! Once again, another episode of Going Postl. I'm Dylan. That's George. This is brought to you by... See, George, this is why I don't do these. This is why I don't do these. George is under the weather, guys.
So
George is under the weather.
You do this every time. It's supposed to be, welcome to Going Postl. I'm whatever thing you want to introduce yourself to. The star of 6 WrestleManias, all that good stuff. My name's Dylan, and that over there, that's my good buddy George. George, say hi. And then I do all the plugs.
I thought with you having the sniffles, I thought I would fill in and do some work in the beginning and make.
But Dylan doesn't like notes.
Oh no, Dylan Postl, big not note guy.
Dylan wants to help out, and an effort is being made, but Dylan doesn't want to take the steps to make it easier on himself.
We know that about Dylan. At least once a week, I get a text from David C. Anderson that's just a, "Hey Siri, look this up," and I have to explain, like, guys, there's two things about me. I'm not an adult. I'm not a fully functioning adult. I've realized this at 37 years old, that Eric Postl still raises me to this day because I don't know things. And two, I just like to make conversation sometimes. And I would rather, instead of Googling something and trying to do it myself and messing it up and then getting mad and just spending more money, I like having a conversation. And I like...
I'm the same way. I am of
Siri,
the
listen to me
mindset.
there. No, Siri, shut up.
I am of the mindset of would rather ask a question.
I did something.
Oh God, what'd you do?
I'm good. Siri's off now.
I am of the same mindset where I would rather ask and do something right, or attempt to do something right the first time with as much information as possible than kind of go in blind and then end up making things worse than they already were. So I don't think that's a bad thing.
See? Just wanted to have a good conversation to learn how to do things. And like today, I just had a note to call Spectrum billing retention. And I had to text Matt Stein and be like, "Hey, why do I need to call Spectrum billing retention?"
Guys, this podcast is brought to you by our friends over at the Roosevelt brand. Use code SWOGGLE to save yourself 20% at RSVLTS.com. Get yourself some of the best fitting, best looking, most comfortable clothes and hats and shorts and everything in between that you could possibly get, all with pop culture references. It's amazing.
And our podcast is also sponsored by our good pals at the Mad Cat Beard Company.
Yes, it is.
Do the plug, George.
You can get Dylan's very own hand-picked, handmade to order beard care products over at madcatbeardcare.com. Use code SWOGGLED when you pick up his scent, Swoggled, to save yourself 15%. And while you're there, hey, why not pick up Mine, Johnny Clash's scent,
Horus!
called Play It Forever. That's right. Forgot to say, man, I queued that up and I just was in plug mode and just immediately went to the good part. Man, yeah, we have a scent for the for Game Marks podcast. It's called Play It Forever. We're big fans of it, and we also really like Dylan's scent as well. So, madcatbeardcare.com. Today, Dylan, we are going in the Wayback Machine. We are going to talk about your PWI 500 Rookie of the Year.
I got the magazine right here.
But you know what you don't have, Dylan? We're going to hear all about it today.
This, guys, if you're listening to this, I mean, while you're listening to this, after you're done listening to this, do me a favor. Get me this PWI Rookie of the Year plaque.
The man just wants his plaque.
Your due diligence. I saw no less than 15 plaques handed out this year. They deserve it. All of these people deserve it. You know what I deserve?
Agreed.
My Rookie of the Year plaque from 2007, because I won the award. Guys, I won Rookie of the Year in 2007. I deserve this plaque. Stone Cold Steve Austin got the plaque. He got it. Past winners, they got it. Dylan Postl, Little Dill, still hasn't gotten his plaque. PWI, I'm talking to you. Give me my plaque. I want to take a cool studio shot. I'll find a studio. I'll take a real cool studio shot.
I'll find a studio.
Throwback. Come on, PWI. The ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. But let's talk about it. Let's listen to it. Here's the episode. Guys, let's talk about Mad Cat Beard Care. They make my beard feel soft, silky smooth, and they can do the same for yours. A one-man show since 2019, Mad Cat uses a portion of their sales to care for local stray cats. That money covers their medical bills and finds them safe spaces and forever homes. Their products are made to order with vitamins and all-natural oils that promote strong, healthy hair and moisturize your skin as well. They've got exclusive scents for myself, as well as other wrestlers like my good pal Brian Myers, Mr. Kennedy, and Ring of Honor legend Delirious. Make sure to check out all of their scents, along with my Swoggle scent, which has notes of lavender and sage. I absolutely love this scent. And guys, we've got an exclusive offer for listeners of Going Postl. Use promo code SWOGGLED to save yourself 15% on your orders only at madcatbeardcare.com. That is Swoggled with a D on the end to save yourself 15% on your orders at madcatbeardcare.com. Guys, that's 15% with promo code SWOGGLed. And remember, the Mad Cat makes a happy beard.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated Rookie of the Year 2007, Dylan.
Yeah.
I mean, this is awesome. This is so cool. We've already talked about your debut in the pre-WWE episode. And then we talked a little bit more about it in greater length in the Finley episode. But just to recap really quick, May 26, 2006 episode of SmackDown, Swoggle makes his debut coming out from under the ring and is known as Little Bastard. And then in February of 2007, the Little Bastard name was retired and Dylan was officially known as Hornswoggle. Now, in 2007, Pro Wrestling Illustrated named you the Rookie of the Year. Would you like to hear a rundown of the top 10 for the PWI in 2007?
The top 10 rookies?
No, just the top 10 in PWI, like in the PWI 500. Who are the top 10?
Not fucking me. I've never been in it. I've been in it once this last year because I bitched.
But the year that you were named Rookie of the Year,
okay,
the top 10 is John Cena,
my buddy John.
Edge, John Cena, Edge, Mystico, Kurt Angle, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Christian Cage, Pero Aguayo Jr., Bobby Lashley, and Takeshi Morishima.
Angle would have been in TNA by then. That rating of his would have just been, I mean, essentially all they do this on Star Draw Power. So that would have been how the impact he made going over to TNA, obviously. But that's a pretty awesome list, man. Like that's Bobby Lashley. That's his second, maybe third year in. Because I think he started the year before me on the main roster. It's a hell of a list. And I always, man, it up until last year and even last year, it always pissed me off. I was never in the 500 ever. And it was like, why? I didn't
You didn't even make
understand.
500 when you had your WLC match?
I've never been in the 500 until this last year.
Shit.
Never. And it really pissed me off. Like, really pissed me off. I just didn't understand it. Especially like when I was actively wrestling, like you said, like the WLC stuff. And even if I'd have a match or two on the show, it was like, whatever, okay. And then I got fired in my indie run, especially like I was doing decent stuff on the indies when I first got released in those couple of years. And it just, man, it fucking irritated me. But to get that, the Rookie of the Year, it was, I got to find that magazine. I have it somewhere, or I'll just order a back issue. That needs to go right out here. I have the Sports Illustrated one ready to go up. I don't trust myself with hammers and nails and level. So like getting that honor, I guess, of the Rookie of the Year is pretty awesome. Peek behind the curtain. I did just reach out to them saying, hey, I never got the plaque. Everyone else got the plaque. Even the people like this year. Britt Baker got 19 plaques. Punk got 27 plaques. I haven't got my Rookie of the Year plaque. Ever. I think
you need
the major marks need to make an uproar. And they messaged me back saying, hey, we can sell you one. Come on.
You're going to tell me that Britt Baker bought 16 plaques?
Major marks. Let's make a major mark movement of getting me my goddamn plaque. I need this 2007 Rookie of the Year PWI plaque. I deserve it. I was the rookie. I beat Michael McGillicuddy, I think.
You're talking about whoever was in the running with you?
Yep.
So here's how it goes. You are number one Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
The first runner-up is Ted DiBiase Jr.
Oh, that's who it was. Okay.
Second runner-up is Pel Primo. And the third runner-up, oddly enough, Mike DiBiase.
Mike DiBiase was never on the main roster, right?
No, it's not it's all wrestling. It's not just WWE. Pel Primo, I believe, is a Ring of Honor.
When was Cody's Rookie Year been? That year, right?
Had
to have been.
Yeah, so he's not
even ranked?
I mean, Ted Jr. is. And then I believe it's his half brother is Mike.
Holy cow, Cody isn't even ranked.
I mean, not for Rookie of the Year, or if he is, he's only thing I saw was person who won.
That's
first runner-up,
nuts,
second and third
man.
runner-up.
That's insane. Wow. Okay.
I mean, I'd be willing to bet that there's a lot of overlap of people who are on the list getting their honors and awards and all that stuff who are also on the top 100 as well. I'm sure that there's some overlap.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's incredible, man. That because that was a lot of people's rookie years. That just made it even cooler to me. That's pretty awesome. But and to think, like, in all reality, here's the thing. It was my rookie year, but I didn't do a ton. Thinking of what I would do later in my career, I didn't do a lot that rookie year. I had one match against Little Boogeyman and Big Boogeyman, 2 against them, and that was it. That was the only time I wrestled.
The next year, 2008, Kurt Axel is the Rookie of the Year.
But still no Cody.
No.
So Cody never made Rookie of the Year.
Oh, Cody is the third runner-up in 2006.
Oh, okay.
but
Who was
I
that?
don't
Who was Rookie of the
see
Year then? Lashley?
Boogeyman. Boogeyman's Rookie of the year before you.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so Lashley is 05, Boogeyman is 06, you're 07. Kurt Axel is 08, and then Mike Seidel.
Matt Seidel's brother.
Is
okay.
09.
That's all, man. Makes it even cooler. That makes it even cooler right there. That's all right.
You're in good company, man. You got a lot of good company around in the Rookies
incredible.
of the Year.
Like that's absolutely incredible. I you never really think of that. And again, I didn't do a lot. I didn't do very much. I wrestled, like I said, I wrestled twice, and then I came out from under the ring a couple times.
But you made your impact in Pro Wrestling Illustrated, that's for sure.
That's awesome.
Now, how does that work on the back end? Does PWI reach out to you? Like, what's the is there any communication with you at all? Like I said,
I just reached out to them for a plaque, and I got we can make one up for you. So I'd never had any contact with PWI.
That's I don't understand that. Like,
I don't either.
Doesn't make any sense.
The 500 thing still, man. The 500 thing still blows my mind.
Are you a PWI like follower? Is that something that you were avidly following?
Especially
and still
the 500,
today?
man. Since like probably 02, 03, I would get every 500. Because it was just interesting to me to see where people ranked. And that's a way of seeing also, like, hey, there was new names that I've never heard of. What are they about? And then you look them up and you find out more about them.
I think it's kind of cool. You were talking about how you're not there in the company with Kurt Angle for a long time. But did you know that just 7 years prior, in 2000, Kurt Angle's Rookie of the Year?
Jesus.
Like I said before, you're in good company. Kurt Angle, Randy Orton, Maven. Like, all of these people, winners of Rookie of the Year, and your name is on it. In my head, somewhere, maybe at PWI headquarters, there's one of those big trophies that's like the size of the DTOF, where they've got like the plaques with all the names of the winners for all the years.
My fucking name is on that. They can make a nameplate for that. They can't make me.
I don't know if it actually exists, but in my head, that's a real thing that exists.
They can't send little Dill a plaque. They can get, I bet, goddamn, Tag Team of the Year, the FTR guys got 64 plaques themselves too. Not me. I'm still owed.
All right, what's the hashtag?
Is
it give Dylan a plaque?
It's 2022 now. 15 fucking years. So let's add interest. I need 16 plaques. Let's make it right, PWI. Mike Johnson.
Oh, man.
Is that Mike Johnson? Broski's been on the goddamn cover 19 times. I can't get a plaque.
Hell, even Smart Marker's on the back cover.
This whole area should be plaques from PWI by now. Not me. Nothing. There's nothing there.
God.
Nothing. Fucking Stone Cold's Rookie Year. I think he got Rookie of the Year. He has a plaque. I've seen a picture of him with a plaque. Plaques weren't even invented then. The only plaque was on their teeth.
Plaques weren't invented then.
No, they had to carve them out of the rocks and stuff. Fuck.
Oh my God. Did you know?
I go to the trophy shop in town and get a plaque done in 2 days. I've had it done. 2 days, plaque's done. Crown Trophy in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. This magazine, worldwide published, one of the hottest wrestling magazines of all time, can't send me a plaque that I'm owed for 15 years. I have a Distinguished Alumni goddamn award. I have a Distinguished Alumni award from my high school. I got a plaque from my high school. I'm a Distinguished Alumni from Oshkosh West High. They sent me a plaque.
You let me know. Give me a thumbs up when you're good for me to come back.
I didn't think I was going to get fired up about this. This shit, I'm pissed. Major Marks, make it happen. You got Major Marks. You got Broski a push back in 2011. You got him, got that. You got all banded together. You got the Hawkins and Ryder. You got them the tag titles of WrestleMania. You got banded together. Little Dill needs his plaque. Go ahead.
Are we good?
Fucking Dave Meltzer was nice enough to give me probably I think it was at least 2 years in a row worst storyline of the year. I got the whole write-up about that. That I can get online. But now PWI doesn't do shit for the little guy.
Does Dave Meltzer send out plaques?
No.
Would you like a Dave Meltzer plaque? Should that be like
no? I don't. Not for the worst. Actually, you know what, Meltzer, send it my way. I'll put that shit on the wall. That's fine too.
It's just an honor to be mentioned, right, Dylan?
As my father, who just tried to call me earlier and interrupt this lovely podcast, once said, as long as they're talking about you, that's what matters.
There we go. Wise words from
Eric Postl.
Papa Postl. Okay, so do we want?
I didn't think I was going to get fired up at this one. I thought this one was going to be.
You didn't?
A real short.
I knew you were. Unless you have anything else that you want to talk about for PWI Rookie of the Year.
I was like, man, there's not much we can talk about this besides me not getting a plaque.
Well, I figured we get. So I feel like the questions for this episode, like setting it up, having the your opinion, talking about the runner-ups, the top 10 for that year.
Looking, especially you listing some of the guys that got it in the past. That it never really hit me very big since I was announced as Rookie of the Year. That was awesome, but it never that kind of went away in my brain until now. Like thinking about, man, there have been some crazy rookies of the year. Outside WWE stuff, especially like when I first started, it was very kind of shunned. Like it was just like I said, I talked about in the previous episodes. I was always the one to bring my DVD player of independent matches and shows and CZW death matches and that kind of thing and watch them on the buses. And I was look at the Mark watching his videos again. No, I just like watching wrestling. I'm sorry. I enjoy wrestling. And so like outside WWE talk was always kind of a weird thing. At that point, I think I was still so new and I wasn't getting a ton of, I wasn't getting a ton of like matches TV time and that as I did like in the 09 and on era. I was just a manager. I was literally just a manager that would do a spot or two and then go back under. So yeah, I didn't hear much backlash.
I will say this, something just popped into my head once I had mentioned getting flack online. If you search PWI Rookie of the Year or just PWI 2007, there are backlogs of like wrestling forums and all that stuff from back then, and like Reddit threads and all that. And there's a lot of people who are like, where's Swoggle? And I have noticed that trend has kind of continued because I just like threw in random years and it's like all of the years that you weren't on there, especially the WLC year. There's so many people in these threads online that are just like, where's Hornswoggle? How come Hornswoggle's not on here? How come, how come this person's on here and not Hornswoggle?
In the 500 list?
Yeah, and like there's people that make these threads about the 500 list and they're just like, how come, like, how is this person on here but Hornswoggle didn't do it and he did this, that, and the other thing this year?
That's pretty crazy. I guess I never paid attention.
People fighting for you, man.
Here's a thing. Was Torito on? I don't think so. If he wasn't on as Torito, I don't. Man, and so here's the thing. You know me, Mr. Not Woke at all, but that's to not include him on there too. That's pretty messed up. Because he was an active wrestler with WWE. Like that's pretty crazy. That's pretty fucked up. I'm sorry. That's really messed up. That I have never thought about that until now, and that's really messed up. Because he was not a manager. A lot of the time he was a side attraction, like I was, but he wrestled a ton and was a very like pushed character. Man, that's not good, man. I'm sorry, that's not good. That rubs me the wrong way. Fuck the 500. Now I'm saying it. I'm not. Yep, I'll make my own plaque. Still, Major Marks, still give me a goddamn plaque. But that's really fucked up. When they announced me as that, I have I bought the magazine and I have it somewhere in storage, but I'm gonna buy a back issue just so I can get a nice copy and frame it and put it on the wall. But like exactly what you said. For me, again, I go back to the original thing of the small town Oshkosh kid who shouldn't have made it in general, who now made it and now is Rookie of the Year in the major wrestling publication. It's crazy.
I know that we kind of alluded to it, and so I wanted to just kind of get a concrete answer of like, hey, this is how Swoggle felt. Just based on the conversation that we just had, obviously you getting fired up and then leading into that question about how you felt personally. I just figured that it was a good transition.
Again, here it is again. I go back to what I was saying about the 500 list. When I was reading it, there were midget wrestlers. There were. But they were never on the stage of WWE. Like, never in the spotlight. And now, looking at the list, 2007, 2008, 2009, I could have been on. It's fine. I wasn't. It's completely okay. But now to know that Torito wasn't in all his highlight years, now we got something fucked up. Now there's an issue. Now there is an issue. I was not known on the indies at all. Literally at all. And this show is like, people thought this was my rookie year. When at that point I was wrestling for 3 years. And that's kind of how I took, to be honest, that's kind of how I took the award. Especially at the time, because I was like, I've been wrestling for 3 years. This isn't my rookie year. So I always thought it was like the first spotlighted year, the rookie spotlighted year, but I guess it wasn't. I don't know. But man, it's awesome. It really is awesome to be able to put, like, to have my name on that list. And every year when they list past winners, I'm on it. It's a really cool feeling. I didn't expect this one to go like that at all. I thought this was going to be a 20-minute episode. Hey, it was really cool to get the award. Here's 3 questions. No one in the locker room really cared. Pro Wrestling Tees and YouTube. And that's how I thought. But man, again, thinking about it, there's something not right there. Man, it's pretty messed up. If it is true, it's pretty messed up. But yeah, thank you guys. Once again, this is an awesome episode. I really love it. Recording this, like I say every week, it goes off the rails so much, but I think that's what also makes it very fun and very, you don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get a joke from Landon, or you're going to get a tirade from me, or just a lot of emotional things, or just anger. Like it's you never know, and that's what makes this fun, and it's awesome.
It's fun to see your reaction to things, because your reaction kind of gauges, I mean, for better, for worse, whether you're getting heated up and you're ready to blow a gasket, or if you're just sharing stories of how you experience these things. Like, that's the real bread and butter and the point of this podcast. Like you said earlier, it's not just about your wrestling career, it's about Dylan the person.
That's I have had people come up to me at at signings and such, and talk to me about the podcast and how, or message me about the podcast through Facebook from the group, and that, and tell me how they enjoy it and how they're getting to know it. It's cool to get to know another side, and I think that's what's kind of cool for me is that's what I loved about putting the book out. Was there's a lot of shit people don't know about me and about my life, and it continues. And through this podcast, we can talk about how it continued past the book or not included in the book. And And it's a really cool thing. It's my 2-week therapy session on a certain topic.
That is all things PWI 500 when Dylan was the rookie of the year, as you can tell.
George, I got pea soup on my shirt. Just
I was going to say that you're still fired up about the plaque, but I really
hope in this shot there isn't. Can you see the pea soup stain on my shirt?
I don't, but now I feel you have to show the camera.
It's a little one. But I can't get away from it. I don't like it. I mean, now.
Now, is this a new stain? Is it an old stain, but you really like the shirt, so you kept it?
No, I also have a paint pen stain on this shirt. But this is my John Thorne shirt, so I always keep it. And it's a good workout shirt because it fits my tummy.
You eat pea soup a lot, Dylan?
I like pea soup a lot. I have it. Granny Bogger, Chris Bogger's grandma, makes it for me. That's the only kind of pea soup I'll really eat, unless my dad makes it.
Can't say I've ever really had pea soup.
I love pea soup, but I only like pea soup.
Not actively trying to avoid it, just really hasn't ever been offered.
You got to try it. Some people, it's a very one side or the other. It's a very one side or the other food. I really
man, look up the pictures of pea soup. Some of these, like, that is a bright green soup.
Oh, it's gross looking. It looks like vomit, but I love it.
Some of these look like almost like it's like guacamole or something. Like, these are bright colored soups.
Oh, I wouldn't like that. That would be too much. I like a good pea soup though, and I had it for late breakfast today because I don't think I'm gonna eat lunch today, so I'm gonna have a late breakfast of pea soup. And I spilled it with the pea soup on my shirt. That means it's somewhere on the table that I didn't notice either. So I got to now go look at my table and find out where this pea soup is.
Now, did you go to the gym with the pea soup on your shirt?
This was post-gym.
Okay.
Hold
on a second. That's a whole other can of worms. You went to the gym, you worked out, and then the first thing that you wanted to eat when you came back from the gym was hot soup?
I wanted to get rid of it out of my fridge.
Okay. That's a thing entirely separately. But I was just like, you went to the gym and worked out, and then you were just like, I'm hungry. What sounds good after working out? Hot soup.
I don't like things in my fridge. I don't like things in my... Lana and I have eaten pot roast. I made a pot roast on Sunday. Guys, this episode has been all about the PWI 500.
We are. I thought this was going to be a short tangent about the stain on your shirt.
I made a pot roast on Sunday, and I'm mad because there was still leftovers yesterday. George, that was only one day. That was one day, and I don't like leftovers in my fridge. Like, when I have leftovers, I will just eat. That's all I'll eat. For sometimes 3 meals a day, I'll eat the leftovers because I hate them.
Yeah, well, I look at it this way. And again, acknowledging the fact that this is a tangent and that we are going conversational on Going Postl. This is a good mindset to be in because then you're not wasting food.
Oh, if
you make food.
I still waste food, unfortunately. I buy food on my grocery list, and then I put it in my fridge, and then it gets hidden by something, usually leftovers, and then I forget about it. And you know what's a big one of mine? Lettuce. I buy salad
because the shelf life of like a bag of lettuce or like a mixed bag of salad is like 2.5 days.
Can we change that? Why are bagged salads like the shelf life isn't good? And I feel that we're getting dragged across the coals on bagged salad. And I'm not. Don't get in the comments and say, "Oh, you could just buy a head of lettuce." No, I could. I could possibly do that. But that's dumb. And if you're going to give me a pre-bagged lettuce salad, it should last more than 4 days.
It's also less expensive if you buy the head of lettuce.
I know this, but it doesn't taste as good. And also, Landon, I bought romaine hearts for lettuce wraps the other day. Okay. Landon decided to use these to make a salad. because he goes to me, Dad, I made a salad for supper tonight. I go, what did you use? He goes, oh, that lettuce in the little drawer. I go, you mean the long ones? He goes, yeah, I cut them up.
It's good intentions, though.
No. It was great intentions, but we also have bag lettuce salad that he could have used.
Oh.
And secondly, when he cuts this salad up with the big ass knife he used, it goes all over the place. And so now there's more salad on my counter. Like I could have made a nice Caesar on my counter of all the lettuce.
Oh, what?
A nice Caesar.
Not doing it.
Tossing softballs.
Not doing it.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a bit of a throwback episode to our Patreon days from the past. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. It was a lighthearted talk, mainly about my essentially my rookie year, and just all things wanting to get this plaque. And I know I give it a lot of I joke around.
Flack? You give the plaque a lot of flack?
A lot of flack, thank you. I couldn't think of the word. You know me. But I really, it would be pretty awesome to have it, if I'm being honest. I have the magazine, which is pretty sweet. But it's a very, very special thing to me. Like we talked about in the episode, there's only one rookie of the year every year, obviously. And there's only one rookie year that you can have. So for me to get that in my rookie year, it's pretty awesome. And it's really, really, it's a cool feather in the cap.
That works. That's real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did it. I'm doing it. So yeah, it's a good feeling. It's something that no one can take from me. It's one of those things, George, that I've realized over time no one can take from me. So yeah.
Hell yes. Well, you can follow along on social media for the podcast at Going Postl Pod. You can follow Dylan at Dylan Postl. You can also go to dylanpostel.com, and that is the one-stop shop, the main hub for all things Swoggle. We've got swoggleauction.com. Get yourself a free $10 credit over on Whatnot when Dylan does his monthly live streams on Whatnot. And of course, prowrestlingtees.com/swoggle. Get yourself a comfy, beautifully designed Swoggle shirt. Check out the whole catalog. And as for me, before Dylan yells at me to do my plugs,
yep,
I, in addition to this podcast, have another podcast. It is myself and former Creative Pro champion Johnny Clash, but on this podcast, Dylan likes to refer to him as
Carouse.
And we are known as the Game Marks Podcast, and we break down a different wrestling video game each and every week, covering the good, the bad, and the awesome. Find us wherever you choose to listen to your podcast. We're also available on all forms of social media at Game Marks Pod. But let's see if Dylan can remember how to do the wonderful, beautiful signature sign-off where the camera actually focuses on him. Dylan, whenever you're ready, sir.
What do you mean? The camera focuses on me all the time. Is it out of focus? Not sure I'm with you on this one, buddy. Oh, you mean when it's just me on the screen? Thanks for listening. Give me the plaque.
I'm not cutting a single fucking part of that ending out.